Shortly after the postal police arrive, at 12:51, Raffaele Sollecito calls the elite police force, the Carabinieri. He doesn't mention that the postal police are already there. Forensics teams work inside and outside the cottage. Right away, they think it's a staged break-in. Glass shards are on top rather than underneath the scattered clothes. The large rock seems too heavy to be thrown from the ground to the first floor window. And too big to go through the small crack between the shutters. There's a line of bloody shoe prints from Meredith's room to the front door. There are 40 wounds, too many, police believe, for one assailant to have inflicted alone.
One person couldn't, all at the same time, hold Meredith still and hold back her hands because there are very few defensive wounds, inflict those wounds with a smaller knife, and then give her the fatal blow with the larger knife. It is impossible. Not even Superman could do it.
Amanda had told police she'd spent the night of the murder at Raffaele's apartment. They cooked, watched a film, made love, smoked marijuana, and went to bed. But separately, Raffaele's story begins to change. He's no longer sure if Amanda was with him all night. Amanda's called in for more questioning, as she is only a witness at this stage. What happens next is crucial and one of the most controversial twists in the story. Police ask Amanda Knox about text messages on her phone, in particular, a message from her boss, Patrick Lumumba.
But I have said this many times so as to make myself clear. These things seem unreal to me, like a dream. I want to make it clear that I'm very doubtful of the verity of my statements because they were made under the pressure of stress, shock, and extreme exhaustion.
The black man is always the thief and the assassin. She wanted them to believe what she was saying. It was just because I was black. I was convinced that if he had been tried with the others, that with all the international media clamor and the international pressure there would have been surrounding this trial, they would have dumped all the blame on Rudy.
Avrebbero scaricato tutto su Rudy.
He says he comforted Meredith and things got physical, but they didn't have full sex. He went to the toilet, then says he heard Amanda enter the apartment.
Lui ha sentito la voce di Amanda.
He heard Amanda's voice as she came in. He was in the bathroom, or just about to go into the bathroom, and then he really did put on his headphone and listen to music. Rap, I think, at full volume, and then heard a scream. He came out and came up against a male figure.
Rudy Guede says this man lunged at him with a knife, cutting his hand. He claims the attacker then yelled, "Black man found, black man condemned," and ran away.
The principal evidence was mixed blood traces from which were extracted mixed DNA of Amanda and Meredith. The only explanation for that mix is that Amanda was bleeding and touched objects that were covered in Meredith's blood. There's no other explanation.
David Balding, a DNA statistician at University College London, is recognised as one of the world's leading analysts.
If you were judge or jury on this case, would you be satisfied beyond reasonable doubt that the DNA evidence you've seen points to guilt?
No, absolutely not.